What up, though? My people, I'm your girl, My with an I. This is Creatively Speaking 313, and we are here to get into it. Who wanna fight? No, but on the real, before we jump right in, make sure you hit that sub button, cut on all notifications, and like this video. Let's go. Today, we are creatively speaking on Daniel Hutchinson, a well-known jeweler out of Oakpark, Michigan, not far from the 313. And if you read from the title or the description, then you know he's no longer with us. So we have to say rest in peace, Dan, and also send condolence to his family. Please be respectful in the comments to his family. Daniel Hutchinson, better known as Hutch, was sitting in his SUV outside of his pawn shop with his wife in broad daylight, just miles away from his jewelry store, when a man rode up on a bicycle and unloaded into the driver's side, hitting Hutch and fatally wounding him. 2 days later, investigators announced that there was an arrest in the murder. Investigators felt it was a targeted hit by it happening in broad daylight on a busy street. His wife was not injured in the incident, but I'm sure she is traumatized over this situation, but the thread has just begun to unravel. Reported September 6, 2022 by Daily Tribune, the court proceedings was held up for the man initially charged with first-degree murder of Hutch because 2 more suspects has come into the picture. Not only has 2 more suspects has surfaced, now a prominent lawyer who has not been named as of yet is also a suspect because allegedly the lawyer had wrote himself into Hutch's will without his knowledge, and I'm sure the family got wind of it. I want you guys to watch the stories and tell me your opinion in the comment. Make sure to like, subscribe, and even share this video. Be sure to cut on all your notifications also. But first, let's take a look at his Instagram, where he has over 300,000 followers, and he has made some custom jewelry pieces for locals and celebrities. Hutch was also affiliated with the NBA's Detroit Pistons, where he presented a swag cam where people showed off their iced out jewelry and Cartier glasses. If you're not familiar with Oakpark, Michigan, it is across the street from Detroit, Michigan, 313, which is a beautiful city, but it can have some shady characters in it because it is ranked in the top 10 murder capitals of the USA and known as Murder Mitten Dirty Glove. Dozens came out to mourn Hutch and show their respect, but enough of me talking, let's get into these clips of what the detective had to say and others that shopped with him or just knew him.
Hutch was a great guy. He kept Detroit iced up. There's no way around it, period.
So you can go to any jeweler if you want to on Greenfield, but you know, the Hutch experience was a little bit different. He made you feel like a member of the family. Great guy, very charismatic, had a great personality. He would give you the shirt off his back, and he had a lot of knowledge about both jewelry and about the community. He was passionate about it.
The accused killer, 43-year-old Roy Larry, was just arrested 2 days after the crime and will soon be tried in a court of law. In the meantime, dozens will continue to mourn what some call a staple in the city.
He was really community oriented. He loved the community. He loved giving back. He was very passionate about it as well. I'm gonna really miss him a lot, man. He was a mentor, and he really gave a lot of people a lot of inspiration as far as the city was concerned, as far as Detroit. Sure. Yeah, so this is an L for us, man.
My prayers go out to his family, man. I just hate that his wife got to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Losing a loved one that close. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if the family is watching, sorry for y'all loss and keep y'all heads up.
A lot of customers that loved him, but as we know that he was a father and a husband, so our hearts go out to the immediate family, and we want to bring them closure.
And that's what Oakpark police are working on, presenting their case to the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office after Daniel Hutchinson, a prominent jeweler, was shot multiple times Wednesday afternoon after he left the pawn shop he owned on Greenfield and Miller. His wife was in the vehicle. Amazingly, she wasn't hurt.
This is not just a random event. It was targeted. Reasons right now, as far as motive, we don't know why he was targeted, but we don't think this was a isolated event.
And to be clear, you're not looking for anybody else.
Clear, the person that we have in custody, we believe, is the shooter.
Hutchinson also owned Hutch's Jewelry, not far from where he was gunned down. He did business with some of Detroit's most prominent artists, providing custom jewelry, necklaces, pendants, and Cartier glasses.
My brother worked for him. You know, bro gave me a call. It was like something happened up there with, his name was Hutch, and I ran up here just to see, but I know he's a good guy. That's all I can really think about it. I don't understand this.
Police now working on a motive. Why? Why would someone come up to his vehicle and open fire? Rumors now swirling after the 47-year-old's death. Police say right now, many of those rumors are unsubstantiated. They're not able to share much about the alleged male shooter, but did tell us this. They know it was not random because
the number of shots, and there was no words exchanged.
Investigators also say
nothing in the investigation say that these people knew each other, might have had a bad beef towards each other.
Now this is where the story twists. Could you trust anyone?
A lot to take in here. It's complicated, and this investigation is far from over. But for the first time since this happened back in June, we're learning a theory as to motive here. Sources telling Fox 2 that a local attorney is the mastermind behind it all. Back in the spring, he allegedly wrote up a will for Daniel Hutchinson, putting himself in that will, and that's where the plot, the murder for hire plot, started. This is the trio facing charges in a murder for hire plot to kill well-known jeweler with a celebrity client list, Daniel Hutchinson. We are learning it could go much deeper, and a person of interest, a local attorney, is likely the mastermind behind it all. We cannot name him because he's not been charged yet. Several corroborating sources tell Fox 2, like so many crimes similar to this, it traces back to money. That attorney we're referring to is the person of interest in an investigation that has taken investigators on twists and turns since June 1st. That's when 47-year-old Hutch was shot and killed in his SUV in front of his jewelry store off Greenfield in Oakpark. His wife Marissa in the passenger seat. She was not hurt. It was this man, police say, 44-year-old Roy Larry, that rode up on a bicycle, pulled out a gun, and murdered Hutch midday. Then the investigation broke open, leading to more charges against Roy's relative, 57-year-old Darnell Larry, allegedly in on the plot. And above them, sources tell us, was 32-year-old Angelo Raptopoulos, also charged. According to court documents, Raptopoulos hit with a solicitation charge. That charge associated with the plot to also kill Marissa Hutchinson. Back to the motive. Several sources close to the investigation tell Fox 2 the local attorney we mentioned earlier is connected to Raptopoulos and had a lot to gain from this couple being dead. We are told the attorney befriended Hutch, then became a business associate who he trusted enough to draft a will that included the attorney. Hutch signed that will, likely without knowing the attorney inserted himself into it. That attorney has a documented history seen in court records in a civil suit against him. It's alleged that the attorney swindled an elderly man from Detroit into deeding over several properties in Detroit and in Washtenaw County. totaling hundreds of thousands of dollars. Then months later, after the quit claims deeds were approved, the elderly man died inside of his Southwest Detroit home. An autopsy reads it was of natural causes, but speculation on his death remains from those close to him. We're told that civil lawsuit was eventually settled between the elderly man's family and the attorney now at the center of the Hutch murder investigation. Back when this tragedy happened, investigators thought only one man was involved, but the layers, they got peeled back and even more people were charged. This investigation, I'm told, has tentacles. So we're talking about this local attorney maybe getting charged here in the next couple of weeks, but there's others too that police are looking into.
Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, cut on all notifications. Until next time, we're going to keep our ears to these celebrity and reality streets. Okay, bye.